Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this look using the brand new Midas Unveiled Berry Nude palette. It comes in a little sleeve like this, and this is what the palette looks like. As you can see, I already touched it. I'm filming the intro after I used it, but sneak peek, I love it. This is what it looks like. So I am going to show you swatches and then do a little tutorial with you guys, and yeah. So if you're interested in seeing how this performs, definitely stay tuned. Alright, so jumping in using this new palette from Midas. It's the Berry Nude from their Unveiled Nudes collection. This is what it looks like. It's super pretty. I just got it in the mail like literally an hour ago. An hour ago I was told that it was here. So let me see. I've been waiting to do this all day. I also got a package from BH Cosmetics today. And so if you want to see a haul using those products, definitely let me know down below. But I'm really excited about these. I do have a few Midas palettes, and the only one that has shades somewhat similar is the Smoky Glow collab, but nothing like exactly like this. So I'm really excited. I'm assuming it's going to be the same formula. The 3 palettes that I have from them do have the same formula, and they perform really well overall. So I have high hopes for this. And I already did everything else on my face, literally everything, and I used a berry lipstick. This is Hype by Milk. It's a nice berry color, and I just thought it'd be really suiting to go with the Berry Nude palette. I just dug my nail into it. Oh my god, always happens. I also hope my battery doesn't die. I have it connected to a portable charger because the charging cord for the camera won't reach this far, and when I went to go film, all my batteries were dead. I have 4 batteries. So I'm actually going to do swatches first. I'm going to do them on the back. Hopefully the little hair that I have on my arm doesn't affect it, but I have tattoos, so can't really go over them. So just starting from the top row, the top left, the middle, and the top right. This is what they look like. Really pretty. Let me get my little makeup eraser. Now doing the middle row. And there's no primer on the back of my hands, by the way. That's what those look like. So let's see, we got the top left, the middle, and the top right. So the thing I like about Midas, as you can see, this swatch here looks a little light, and that was the darker shade in the middle, but when you build them up, they're really, really beautiful. And on the eyes, like obviously swatches don't really do it justice because it performs different on the eyes, but that's what I really like about Midas, is if you're kind of new to makeup / beginner, even if you're used to working with difficult shadows, not that these are difficult by any means, these are actually really easy to use and they're more buildable. So if you prefer a more buildable shade, these ones from Midas are definitely for you. They don't go on too pigmented where you're going to have a tough time blending them out. They are something that you can just build up. So the final row is like this. We have the rosy pink. Oops. We have the middle deeper shade. Now you can see that one was a little bit more pigmented off the bat, but that is stunning. Definitely going to be using that. And then the shimmer. Obviously, I don't know. They're straight on my hand, but then they swerve. So these are all these shades. They're really pretty. Alright, so just to give you a little sneak peek, I got this, the Snow. It was like part of their Christmas collection from BH. I think I'm going to use some of these brushes. I already used one of them to do my bronzer today. I'm just going to take this little pencil brush. This is the number 11. And I think I'm just going to first go in with this top middle shade just as a transition shade. And I don't have anything on my eyes except for the foundation and concealer that got on there when I was blending. And usually I don't do my face makeup before eyes, but I have a little bit of breakouts right here and I just wanted it covered, and I don't know, sometimes I just like doing it first. It's very rare that I do it first, but today I thought I would. So this shade is like kind of a peachy brown. So I zoomed you in a little bit closer and turned up the brightness. As I was saying, this shade does have a little bit more peachiness to it. It reminds me of Salted Caramel shade from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. That's kind of the vibes it's giving me. I think it was Wednesday, it might have been Thursday. Biden got inaugurated, and I loved Lady Gaga's performance. I think I'm gonna do, like, honestly, like a little bit of a darker look, so I'm actually just gonna go in with this berry shade on the bottom row. This kind of brush here, this is a Morphe M506, and it's a little bit of a denser crease brush while still being small. And I'm gonna take that and go right over top of that other shade and kind of smoking it out just a little bit more. And like I said, the only palette from Midas that I really think can kind of compare to some of these shades is the Smoky Glow palette. And the kind of pinks and fuchsias and purples that are in that palette, I love. Because sometimes, especially with purples, they can be a little bit harder to do, and I think Midas does a really nice job with them. They have their other like 6-pan palettes. I think they're called like their artistry palettes. I haven't had a chance to get any of those, but the more like khaki olive green kind of color one looks really, really pretty, and I kind of want to grab my hands on it. So maybe next time I place an order, I'll definitely pick up one of those. Do you see how like effortless that was? To kind of just put it on my crease and just blend it out. I only dipped back in once. And it's just blending out so beautifully. Midas eyeshadows are definitely some of my favorite to work with. Like if I don't want to have to sit here for a really long time, worry about blending and just making sure it looks really good, Midas is definitely one of the brands that I reach for, just because it's just so easy to use. And I love the owner. I love all of the products that she's come out with thus far. Their setting powder is honestly a game changer. If you haven't tried that, I'd highly recommend, just because I have really dry skin and that doesn't emphasize my dryness if I have any, so it won't emphasize texture. It doesn't really settle into my fine lines like I noticed some other ones. Honestly, before that, the only powder I really used was the Laura Mercier translucent one. That's been my favorite for years now. I continuously repurchase that. But this Midas one, for being as inexpensive as it is so, so good. How nice that just blended out. Like I just took this brush with nothing on it and just buffed out those edges and just blended out so seamlessly. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to take a small pencil brush like this. This is a Morphe JH39, just a small pencil brush. And I'm going to go in with that deep kind of purpley brown shade right there in the middle. And I am just going to pack this right on my outer lid. This shade does have to be built up a bit, but that's not a problem. And then I'm going to do the same thing just on the inner corner, just to create a more deepened effect over here. Like this, I didn't add any more product, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend out some of those edges before I go in with the shimmer. Take this brush, this is the Morphe JH41, and I'm going to spray my brush, and I'm just using some canned water, and then I'm going to go in with this purple shimmer here, and I'm going to keep that not directly in the center, but just kind of working in from that darker purple and kind of overlapping them just a tad. Same thing on the inner corner, just to kind of frame the lighter shade that's gonna go right up top. Now, I definitely notice a little bit more fallout with this shimmer shade, but it's kind of to be expected with like shimmers. That's like actually really pretty. And then I'm gonna go in, I'm just gonna flip the brush over and I'm gonna go in with this gold shade and put that directly in the center to really make my eyes pop. Okay, and I'm just gonna lay that right in the center, like that. And I don't go too far up just because I do have hooded eyes, so when I look up, eventually it will transfer and I don't want a ton of that, so I'm just gonna keep it kind of right here and not go all the way up the lid. And I'm gonna just flip it back over to the purple side just to mesh those two together. And you can just kind of go back and forth with your brush until it's blended exactly how you want it. Just like that. And then I am going to take that smaller brush again with the deepest shade that I used, just to go over and blend out that purple shimmer we kind of paired with it. And do the other eye off camera, and I will be right back. Alright, so I finished the other eye and then I put on lashes. These are the Ardell Demi Wispies. They're like my favorite. So I'm just going to take this darkest shade again with the same brush I was using before and just run that on my lower lash line to kind of smoke it out. Whatever's left on the initial brush I used for the berry shade, just to blend that out. I don't want to add any more color. Because I want to kind of keep it simple down here, but it'll add a little bit more berryness by blending it out. Just like that. Alright you guys, so that is the completed look. I'm really happy with how it came out actually. And I can see myself using this day to day. Honestly, like I really love berry tones. I don't love super pink tones, but like berry tones like this are my jam. I really am happy with this, and I figured the quality would be really nice coming from Midas. The only shade I wasn't like, it wasn't like a super hit for me was the kind of purple shimmer that I used. I just felt like it was not super metallic even when I wet the brush. So it's still a really pretty shade, and I'm going to try and use it like on the lid just by itself and see how that works. But other than that, all of the shades performed really well. The neutrals swatched really nicely, so I don't really have any doubts that they won't do well. But overall, for just a really like concise neutral palette, I think this is really pretty and definitely worth the $18. And once it's not so new, if you're interested, I know you can use coupon codes to get what is it, 10 to 20% off. I don't know, I don't know the exact percentage, but you can use coupon codes on their site, and yeah, I'm really happy. So if you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below some video suggestions. If you want to see my BH haul soon, just comment down below and I'll definitely film that for you guys. I think I'm going to film it anyway, but I'll definitely post it if you guys want to see it. And don't forget to check out my previous video where I am giving away a Give Me Glow Vivid Rose palette. You have a few more, like about a week left. I'm going to end the giveaway on January 31st and announce the winner probably February 1st over on my Instagram, and I'll also leave it in the description box of that video. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already, and subscribe to see more videos of mine, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!